Hey, what's up, YouTubers? I haven't done like a video blog. Please forgive my appearance. I haven't been feeling very well. Thus, I look like I have jaundice. But I just wanted to record something real quick. Because I want to implore people, I'm begging people, please, register to vote. Please, absolutely. I don't care who you're voting for. I mean, I kind of care. I'm not going to say, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be that person. But I just think it's absolute crap how many people out there are not registered to vote. But actually what's even worse than that is that there's people out there that are totally uneducated about how the voting process even works. So what I would suggest to people is research, look into, first of all, the Electoral College. Every state's got their own kind of regulation for, how their representatives are supposed to cast their electoral vote. So, it's very important that you look into that and know that, just so you know. Just because it's amazing how many people don't even know. They taught it in probably early high school if you took U.S. government or whatever, but yeah, most states are regulated to cast their vote based on the popular vote, which is folks like you and I going to the polls. Your vote does count. Don't ever buy into the fact when people say it's not a fact. Let me rephrase that totally. Don't ever buy into the myth that your vote doesn't count, because it absolutely 100% does. If your vote didn't count, there would have been a revolt a long time ago, and there would not be so many registered voters in existence today. Because it would be a waste of time if it didn't count. It does count. It may not count as much nationally as it does statewide. And here's another thing, don't base your vote on your states, if it's red or blue. Don't do that. Look into the issues yourself, read all you can preferably from newscasts and shit like that that's either bipartisan or non-biased or something like that. Don't read MSNBC. Don't read Fox News, because those two news people, they both have separate opinions, and they're biased, and they do. I mean, it's human nature. I'm not going to condemn these stations, but try to go on Newsvine. I spent a lot of time on Newsvine. There's a lot of good people on Newsvine that post articles that are non-biased, and people put their opinions in, and they also offer different avenues to take that you can obtain information, and it's also interesting just to read other people's opinions. I don't let that influence my opinion. I am definitely decided. I've been obsessed since before the primaries. I've been reading and reading. I know who I'm going to vote for. Look into it. Get off your ass. Register to vote. Be at the polls in November. Because the way I see it is, every generation it's a responsibility for us to make the future better for the generation that follows. So for my nephew, I'm thinking of him. I'm thinking long term. That's what I'm thinking of. And I think that is what the fundamental idea behind America was when our forefathers started this whole thing. That's absolutely that they had the long term in mind. They didn't. We just happened to come along and fuck it up for at least the last 8 years. I mean, I think I'm young. I may have been a little too young or naive to know what went on past the... Well, I know Clinton I approved of that. But I thought I don't care he got his dick sucked in the Oval Office. That's his business and Monica Lewinsky's business. I don't care about people's families, what they do. I focus on the issues. Suggest you do the same. Look up, it's so easy to Google John McCain issues or Barack Obama issues, Sarah Palin, Joe Biden. Palin, I'm sorry. I always say Palin. But anyway, you get the gist of what I'm saying. This is, especially people, my age and younger, 18 to 35, I'd say, it is our responsibility to make the best choice, the choice that we think is the best for the generation that is going to follow us. Because in the long run, they're going to have to pay or prosper from the decision that we make today. There's so many issues at hand, economy, then there's the whole abortion thing, and gas prices, there's just so many things. Whatever's important to you, that's what you should base your vote on. And you should absolutely have a say in that. Even if you don't even like the candidates, there's always Ron Paul. There's always, the independent ticket. If you didn't vote in the primaries, that option is absolutely still available. Please don't waste a vote. We need to get proactive. We need to take back control of our country, and we need to do it now. And we do have a say. Absolutely, we fucking have a say. Excuse my French. So, in closing, I would just like to say that thank you for listening, and I hope you took everything I said to heart, because it came from the heart. Good night, and have a pleasant tomorrow.